The Antigua and Barbuda Intellectual Property Office has partnered with the Eastern Caribbean Intellectual Organization for Music Rights to bring awareness to the general public about copyright issues which pertains to the work of local artists. A number of PSAs have been created to change the culture in the Twin Island state of persons not respecting the creation of various artists. Terry Andrew has this report.
The Intellectual Property Office, in collaboration with a number of artists, have begun to sensitize and educate persons on the movement to change views of how people view artists' work in Antigua and Barbuda through a series of PSAs. The PSAs feature movie producers, musicians, photographer, and craft makers, among others. Conliffe Clark is the director of Eastern Caribbean Intellectual Organization for Music Rights.
We basically have embarked through the Intellectual Property Office on a campaign of sorts to shift the culture somewhat in Antigua, to let them understand that if an artist produces something, then what he produces is his, and he has a right to be able to make money off of that. You treat it just like anybody else's creation. If a carpenter was to make a cabinet, you wouldn't think that you could use it without his permission. However, when an artist does a song, people use it, put it in their commercials, use it to open their programs, etc., etc. Not you, of course.
We got our own.
Right. But they use it in ways that ought to be what we call licensed.
Enrique Camacho from the Intellectual Property Office says getting the word out to persons should help fight the cause at hand.
Well, there can be no denying that with the advancement of technology will also come the advancement of ways to download music for free. But what we're trying to do is with education, educate people that breaking into someone's house and stealing is just like downloading from the internet without the consent or paying through, say, Apple iTunes website or a reputable site. So I think with education and being able to make the link to damage to an artist, a local artist, such as someone like Drastic, we can respect artists' rights and therefore maybe have a culture where we don't feel that we do this. Obviously, it's a difficult battle, but we think with education we can help to educate our public about the matter.
Clark made it clear that the artists should be the ones profiting from their work.
My goal is, when I came into this, and I know what the goal of the Intellectual Property Office is with reference to this privately administered right, is to enable artists to quit their day job, basically. We want people to create for creation's sake. We want you to be able to make money from your creation so that what is created gets better. And you will note in cultures where copyright laws are respected, they have a much more vibrant culture with reference to the things that are created. I mean, my focus is music, but that is not the only thing. There's art and so forth and so on. And these things enrich our culture and also enrich us economically to enable us to move forward in a world where the human resource is not always respected.
Clark made it clear that the artists should be the ones profiting from their work. Terry Andrew, ABS News.